For the capability approach, imagine walking into a garden. And for more on this, check out my other video on Amartya Sen. This garden represents us humans with a variety of different plants. Just like us, these plants need certain things to thrive: sunlight, water, nutrients. But there's the twist. Not all plants need them in the same way. Some require more water, while others wilt if they get too much. Some need full sunlight, while others flourish in the shade. This variation among plants reflects us as individuals. While we all need conditions to grow, we each require them differently. This is where the capability approach diverges from other theories like egalitarianism, which assumes equal resources work for all. In reality, giving everyone the same amount of water or access to sunlight isn't enough. Some plants and people simply need different things. The capability approach highlights that equal resources don't always result in fairness. Unlike egalitarianism, it's like giving all plants the same amount of water. Some will thrive, while others may drown. For example, offering the same education to everyone doesn't mean a child with special needs will benefit in the same way as others without additional support. For example, opening the same path for everyone doesn't necessarily mean a disabled person will be able to navigate it. Even within the capability approach, there's debate about whether essential capabilities should be predefined or decided through democratic process. This difference in opinion sparked a significant debate between Amartya Sen and Martha Nussbaum. Sen argues that it's the people themselves, through democratic processes, who should decide what capabilities they need. He believes creating a list of capabilities might limit people's freedom. On the other hand, Nussbaum believes that having a concrete list is essential for taking action, for she agrees that the exact way these capabilities are realized is open to debate. She identifies 10 fundamental capabilities like life, health, bodily integrity, and practical reason, which are universal but adaptable based on individual and societal needs. Let's zoom out. Imagine our garden not as individual plants but as large sections with specific needs. Some thrive in alkaline soil, others in acidic. Just like countries, regions, or communities, each has its particular requirements for growth, but within this larger section, it's still vital to focus on each individual plant, because even in the same region, different species may have unique needs. With the capability approach, we shift away from the strict procedures of egalitarian justice and move towards an Aristotelian view of the good life. This way of thinking goes beyond just addressing individual needs. It allows us to consider the needs of groups, nations, or even the entire planet. Climate, for example, can be considered a common good necessary for everyone's well-being. However, it's crucial that individuals, particularly within a nation, are empowered to define their own needs. And yet, many people live far below their potential. This is best measured not by GDP, but by the UN Human Development Index, which reflects the opportunities people have to live fulfilling lives. However, many still live too short, with limited access to education or development opportunities. How do we fix that? The capability approach critiques international philanthropy, where aid given to states often doesn't reach those in need. Instead, it calls for structural changes that empower democracy through political participation and dialogue. Planetary justice, from this perspective, is about enabling all individuals to fully develop their unique capabilities. To achieve this, decentralized systems driven by global networks of treaties, corporations, and civil society are more effective than centralized, elite driven institutions. This shift would hold corporations accountable for supporting local development in the regions where they operate. Let's recap. We have explored the capability approach using the garden metaphor to show how individuals, like plants, have different needs to thrive. Unlike egalitarianism, which focuses on equal resources, the capability approach highlights that fairness requires addressing individual circumstances. We also discussed the debate between Sen and Nussbaum, whether capabilities should be democratically chosen or predefined. Nussbaum's list includes essentials like life, health, and practical reason, all aimed at achieving a fulfilling life. Lastly, we saw how this approach extends to global justice, urging us to consider both individual and collective needs. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts. Share your answers in the comments. How could the capability approach help address educational inequality? Should essential capabilities be predefined or democratically decided? How might this approach help tackle global issues like climate change?